So today they met thing as building engineering about the building design and construction. And about the floor plan go Onia or the bar like that. Now any floor plan must we foundation charter by older by a thing BYB, who didn't they met by a Rubin John them up here. In today's lesson, I will focus on the buildings are drawing. Last week I have already taught you about the excavation and brick laying, wall construction. Those things I have already talked about. And today we focus on the roofing. Roofing go Gmail so you know I who see the building Pongsama swing. No, the component but the day a young ya. Page 6-7 the component but the young ya so that I basically I must win the Kamu, the Saudi Bong, Popia today. So you must come the Saudi. A component but the day, my building drawing my Kamu the Saudi. And I component but the day, no, I say by you. That's a building design and construction, Hemo Machama today. So in today's lesson, you see that our roofings are diagram, roof diagram. So that in the roof diagram, we find out the component that are utilized to construct the roof. So then from those are components, we will look at their details in the building design and construction handbook. And I'm about the no component but the essay by you Marty, Troy Martime, Giuma, Eddie essay by the Kujensi go, building design and construction handbook ma shabu ma today. So that we will look at this diagram. What are the components of the roof? And we take out those components. Then we will look at the relevance of building design and construction handbook. I must win the component but the loop, I say by the bar, so he must win us. But then be that, component but the say by me. Those are the components of the roof. So the component but the loop, component win not the don't come up materially. No, combo, you know, now a more drag. How bonus with no bone, no? Corrugated steel bone. Any corrugated steel, no be design goes on your hemoma. Top is 5x5 sheet. Now to go get sheeted on there. I can't wear count chobo, get sheeted on there. Be design construction hemoma 12x7 sheet. Now got component, the component but the essay by the other 1x1 for 1 by no 12 and 17 by 12 by 1 at the sheet. Now got component but the component ponga mu shape 1 by 1 3 combo spoil tade a more spoil tade a yard 1 by 1 now bioma no Eddie must be deck the tade a kanganari she 1 by 1 4 to the 17 by 2 and now to got encourage the combo chase where I go now the who chase the encourage she area 3 by 06 was here. Now to go Eddie combo mama body as I went about us when being about it. Yamadi told Danny body 737. Now got Colani 737. Now got Como below Tassima Irashin 731 734. Not my told Danny 7301 10.70 sheet. Eddie Kanganari bound. So that those are the components of the roof. So that we utilize the corrugated steel that used in the roof. This is just a 5x5. Top is 5x5 of the building design construction handbook. Cap sheet is a 12x7. Component 1x1 to the 12x1. Shape 1x13. Support on the roof 1x1. And also the deck in 1x14 to 12x3. Anchorage are 3x06. We also utilize the beam, column, erection, and truss. Those are the components that are supporting the roof. So those are relevant topics in the building design and construction handbook. And Daria Balance in the building design construction handbook ma, do the essay by the sheet. Yamlo, do a Kamo like the Kamas way. The Kamo drawing or moody bidoma. Look at the essay by you as a sharp way like that. Sharp will be low at the essay by the Uma, building design and construction handbook ma, delay essay by Ojima Kede. Hello, Gibidoma, no, a day the Southern but the day, what procedure, long as in the year market. So the front of this diagram, we look at the roof diagram, and then we find out the components utilized in this diagram. Then we will find out the details information regarding the those components in the building design construction handbook. And based on those handbook information, we can prepare the work plans and the work procedure. Jamlo ai component ပတ်သက်လို့ building design construction handbook မှာကြည့်လိုက်တဲ့အခါမှာဆိုရင်ပထမဆုံးဘာရှိမလဲဆိုတော့ 5x5 ရှိတယ်။အဲဒါဆို 5x5 ကိုလုပ်လိုက်မယ်။ဆိုတော့အဲ့ 5x5 ကိုကြည့်တဲ့အခါမှာဒါဆိုရင်ခေါင်းမိုးနဲ့ပတ်သက်တဲ့ design နဲ့ပတ်သက်တဲ့နော်လုပ်တယ်။ခေါင်းမိုးမှာတည်ဆောက်တဲ့အခါမှာဆိုရင်တော့နော်ဘယ်လိုအစိတ်ပိုင်းတွေတက်ဆင်ရမယ်ဘယ်လိုလုပ်တွေတက်ဆင်ရမယ်ဒါဖော်ပြထားတယ် 5x5 အဲ့ဒါဆို dead လုပ်တွေဒါသုံးရမယ့်လုပ်တွေဖော်ပြထားတာဖြစ်တယ်။အဲ့ table 5x1 5x5 ရဆိုရင်ဒါခေါင်းမိုးနဲ့ပတ်သက်တဲ့နော် steel နဲ့ပတ်သက်လို့ခံနိုင်ရမယ့်လုပ်တွေကိုသင်ပြထားတယ်။ So regarding the corrugated steel, the 5x5, atomic 5x5 is in the table. You can see the different kind of the construction of the roof material corrugated steel and they are low design. Now, cap sheet got 12x7. 12x7 cap sheet ကိုကြည့်လိုက်မယ်12x7 cap sheet ကိုတွဲတဲ့အခါမှာအဲ့မှာပုံတဲ့ဟာတွေက bitumen တွေနော် felt တွေ surfacing တွေ co-press roof covering တွေအဲ့ဒါတွေသုံးတယ်ဒါနဲ့ပတ်သက်တဲ့အသေးစိတ်အကြောင်းအရာကတော့ building design construction handbook မှာ 12x7 မှာတွေ့ရမှာဖြစ်တယ် So regarding this 12x7 we can see about the cap sheet the more detailed information about the cap sheet we are using the bitumen felt and surfacing co-press roof covering those are the detailed information regarding the cap sheet So then from here you can find out the detailed information and the materials are requirement. Now component တွေကတော့ 1x14 ရယ် 1x112 ရယ်နော် 12x1 တွေအဲ့ဒီမှာရှိတယ် component တွေကခေါင်းမိုးနဲ့ပတ်သက်တဲ့အစိတ်ပိုင်းတွေနော် 1x14 ကိုကြည့်လိုက်မယ် 1x14 and then this is the component of the roof ဒါရပါလို့စီခေါင်းမိုးနဲ့ပတ်သက်တဲ့အစိတ်ပိုင်းတွေဖော်ပြထားတာဖြစ်တယ်Those are the component of the roof. ဒါခေါင်းမိုးနဲ့ပတ်သက်တဲ့အစိတ်ပိုင်းတွေအဲ့ဒါနဲ့ပတ်သက်လို့ဘယ်လိုစိတ်ပိုင်းတွေကိုတိဆောက်ရတယ်ဆိုတာကိုကြည့်ရမှာဖြစ်တယ် So 12x7 မှာတွေ့တယ် So those are the component of the roof. From those information you can see the detailed construction and then you can prepare the work procedure. 1x112. There are some combo below, no? That's in the popular today. So then you can see there's a detailed information how do we are constructing the roof. Now, combo below that's in there, so this is popular today. Now, who are no 1x13 combo and you are. ပုံစံလေး So 1x13 is the system on the building type of the roof construction that this is a different kind of the roof အဲ့တော့ဒီမှာ 1x13 မှာဖော်ပြထားတာပါလဲဆိုရင်ခေါင်းမိုးအမျိုးအစားတွေနော်ဘယ်ခေါင်းမိုးကဘယ်လိုတိဆောက်ထားတယ်ဆိုရင်ဘယ်လိုခေါင်းမိုးအမျိုးအစားတွေဆိုတာဖော်ပြထားတာဖြစ်တယ် So 1x13 you can see the types of the roof types of roof and then ခေါင်းမိုး support လုပ်ရမယ် we need to support the roof so that this is that 1x1 is a supporting the roof So this is for us supporting the roof. How to support the roof? So that from the we install the column and how to make this supporting. And deck in 1x14. So this is the decking material. How we can put the deck in. 12x1, 12x3. So this is the section 12 is a roof system. Roof decks are construction. Roof deck တွေကိုဘယ်လိုတိဆောက်မလဲเนาะအဲ့မှာ roof deck တွေမှာဆိုရင် lightweight insulation concrete roof deck တွေသုံးမယ်เนาะ gypsum concrete deck တွေသုံးမယ် structure concrete deck တွေသုံးမယ် steel deck တွေသုံးမယ်ဒါတွေကပါဆိုရင် roof မှာရှိတဲ့ deck တွေရဲ့တိဆောက်တဲ့ပုံစံတွေကိုဖော်ပြထားတာဖြစ်တယ်เนาะအဲ့တော့အဲ့ဒီ roof deck တွေက interior တွေเนาะလို့တစ်ခုလုံးအမိုးကိုဘယ်လိုတင်ရမယ်ဆိုတာကိုဒီအချက်လက်တွေဖော်ပြထားတယ်เนาะနောက်က paper retreater တွေသုံးတယ်ဒါက roof deck တွေနဲ့ပတ်သက်တဲ့ဟာတွေနောက်တစ်ခုကတော့ 12x3 12x3 ထိရဆိုရင် roof deck နဲ့ပတ်သက်တဲ့အားတွေသုံးတယ်နောက်က roof နဲ့ပတ်သက်လို့ insulation တွေเนาะအပူခံပစ္စည်းမျိုးတွေအဲ့ဒါမျိုးလဲ ဒါသုံးတာဖြစ်တယ်ဒါပါဆိုရင် 12.3 12.4 မှာဆိုရင် root နဲ့ပတ်သက်တဲ့ insulation ကိုသုံးမှာဖြစ်တယ် so that now we also talking about the section 12.1 section 12.1 to 12.3 are the detailed information on the root material and the root system. So the root materials are, you can see, talking about the root decks. So we utilize the lightweight insulation concrete root deck. Now got gypsum deck, structured concrete decks, steel decks. Those are the root material. In the meantime, we also utilize the bitumen, Viva retreater, type of the Viva retreater, and a kind of the root insulation. So they are different kinds of cellular glass, since cellulose fiber. Those are the types of the root insulation. Those are protect the heat from the sun. So though in component, you can see that details are root insulation, root materials. Now got 3.06 got anchorage. 3.06 is anchorage. The anchorage man better low, no? And the man look below check that andသွားတဲ့ခါမှာဆိုရင်တင်ပြလိုက်တဲ့ဒီ force ကိုမူတည်ပြီးတော့မှဘယ်လို anchor လုပ်တယ်လဲဆိုတာကိုဖော်ပြလိုက်တာ root anchoring system အဲ့တော့ဒီမှာဆိုရင်တော့เนาะဒီအမိုးမှာခိုင်အောင်ဘယ်လိုပုံစံမျိုးနဲ့ရှိမလဲเนาะတက်ရောက်လာတဲ့အားကိုမူတည်ပြီးတော့ဘယ်လိုเนาะထိန်းချုပ်ထားမလဲဒီအကြောင်းအရာတွေကိုဒီမှာ anchorage ကို design ကိုဖော်ပြတာဖြစ်တယ် root မှာတက်ရောက်လာတဲ့ခါမှာလိုအပ်တဲ့เนาะ wind တွေရာဆိုရင်เนาะဒီလေတွေကခေါင်မို့တိုက်နေတယ်အဲ့လိုခိုင်မို့တိုက်တဲ့ခါမှာအဲ့လေတွေကြောင့်မလို့ခေါင်မို့ကဒီလိုကျိုးပြတ်တာတွေဖြစ်နိုင်တယ်အဲ့တော့ကျိုးပြတ်သွားတဲ့ဟာကိုခုခံနိုင်ဖို့အတွက်မှเนาะဘယ်လိုเนาะခုခံရမယ်ဘယ်လိုချုပ်ထားရမယ်ဒါဆို anchoring system ကိုဖော်ပြတာဖြစ်မယ် in the meantime you can see above the roots the air flows are the acting on the roof this is the air flow diagram those airs are the they are pressure in the roof to the collapse so that they are force those are the force component for acting on the roof so that we had to withstand the force those force need to be withstand it so that in this case are the how to make the anchoring system ဒါဆိုရင်မိုးခိုင်မာဖို့အတွက်ဘယ်လိုတည်ဆောက်ရမယ်ဆိုတာကိုဖော်ပြတာဖြစ်တယ် so that in this diagram we talk about this construction of the roof and then we find out the detailed construction details of method detailed installation detailed materials in the specific contents in building design and construction handbook so that's I have show you အဲ့တော့ဒီမှာဆိုရင်ဖော်ပြထားတဲ့ဟာဆိုရင်ဒါ root နဲ့ပတ်သက်တဲ့တိဆောက်တဲ့မှုတွေเนาะဒီ root diagram ကိုမူတည်ပြီးတော့မှပဲเนาะအဲ့မှာပါတဲ့အစိတ်ပိုင်းတွေပဲအစိတ်ပိုင်းတွေလိုအပ်တဲ့တိဆောက်မှုနီလန်းတွေသုံးရမယ့်ပစ္စည်းတွေအဲ့ဒါတွေကို building design construction handbook မှာရှာတယ်ရှာပြီးမှလိုအပ်တဲ့အစိတ်ပိုင်းတွေကိုအသေးစိတ်ရှင်းလင်းပြတာဖြစ်တယ်အဲ့လိုနီးနဲ့ပဲเนาะ work procedure ကိုတိဆောက်မှာဖြစ်တယ် after this we had to support that after the roof we construct the beam တွေ column တွေနောက်ကရက်မတွေကိုတိဆောက်ထားတယ်အဲ့ဒါကတော့ဘာလို့ဆိုရင် roof ရဲ့တိဆောက်တဲ့ပုံကိုဖော်ပြထားတာဖြစ်တယ် so the under the roofs we insert the beam column erection method trusses so though beam column erection method trusses are expressed in here beam is a 737 beam is a 737 columns are 737 erection 731 734 trusses are 730 to the 10.71 those are this outline plan those components we find out there in the building design and construction handbook regarding the detailed information detailed methods detailed materials and the details installation အဲ့တော့ဒါပါလဲဆိုရင်ဒါနော်အမိုးတိဆောက်တာတွေအမိုးမှာအောက်မှာဘာတွေကခံထားမလဲဆိုရင်နော်ရက်မတွေ column တွေနော် design တွေအဲ့ဒါ truss တွေနော်အဲ့ဒါတွေဝင်ရိုးချုပ်တွေထုတ်တန်းတွေအဲ့ဒါကြီးနော်ထိန်းထားတယ်အဲ့ဒါတွေနဲ့ပတ်သက်အကြောင်းအရာတော့ခုနပါတဲ့အတိုင်းပဲ 7.37 နော် 7.31 အဲ့ဒီ topics တွေကို building design construction handbook မှာရှာမယ်ရှာပြီးတော့မှလိုအပ်တဲ့အစိတ်ပိုင်းတွေကိုမှနော်ဒီအစိတ်ပိုင်းတွေကိုမှ building design construction handbook မှာရှာမယ်နော် building design construction handbook ဒီအစိတ်ပိုင်းတွေကိုရှာမယ်ရှာပြီးတော့မှလိုအပ်တဲ့အစိတ်ပိုင်းတွေကိုမှနော်အသေးစိတ်ရှင်းလင်းမှာဖြစ်တယ် so that we look at the building design construction handbook so 7.37 737 column bracing နေနော် column bracing နေမှာဆိုရင်အကြောင်းကိုဖော်ပြတာဒီ column တွေကိုတိဆောက်တဲ့အခါမှာဒီ column တွေကိုဘယ်လို brace လုပ်ရမလဲနော်ဘယ်လိုချုပ်ထားရမလဲဒီအကြောင်းကိုဖော်ပြတာဖြစ်တယ် so that in the 737 topic 737 in the building design construction handbook the daily explaining about the column bracing how the column bracing columns are constructed and a beam bracing ဘင်းတွေကိုမှဘယ်လိုအနည်းစားနဲ့တိဆောက်ထားတယ်ဘယ်လို support လုပ်ထားရမယ်နော်ဒါ beam bracing method တွေ column bracing method တွေကိုဖော်ပြထားတယ် so this is for the you can see that how to put the slab beam column those things are the in the building design construction handbook အဲ့တော့ဒီမှာဆိုရင်ဖော်ပြထားတာဆိုရင်တော့ beam တွေ column တွေ truss တွေဘယ်လိုနည်းနဲ့ချုပ်ပြီးတိဆောက်ထားတာကို 737 မှာဖော်ပြထားတာဖြစ်တယ် and then the erection method erection is a so this is that you can see about the how the beam column truss are they constructed in the building design or construction handbook နောက်ပြီးတော့မှနော် erection ဘယ်လိုထောက်မှမလဲဘယ်လိုတိဆောက်မလဲ 731 မှာဖော်ပြထားတယ် in 731 context this is for the how the frame bracing method erection method so this is the way to construct the building bracing method for this tall building bracing method ကိုတိဆောက်ထားတာဖြစ်တယ်ဒါပါလဲဆိုရင်တော့ building ရဲ့အဆောက်အဦရဲ့နော် frame ကိုမှဘယ်လိုတိဆောက်ထားတယ်ဆိုတာကို tall building တွေမှာဖော်ပြထားတယ်အဲ့ဒီ method ကိုဒီမှာဖော်ပြထားတာဖြစ်တယ် so that in this diagram you can see there's a bracing of the tall building how to construct the framework of the tall building so you can see the method in the diagram in the this figure and then we can utilize those methods as well နောက်က building နဲ့ပတ်သက်လို့ erection တွေဘယ်လိုတိဆောက်ရမလဲဆိုတာ7.34 မှာဖော်ပြထားတယ် in the 7.34 erection method so this is the kind of the erection method this is for the kind of the hinge no rigidity top rigidity bottom rigidity and top and bottom rigidity so this is the kind of the type of the buildings construction bracing of the industrial types of construction အဲ့တော့ဒီမှာဆိုရင်ဖော်ပြထားတာကဘာလဲဆိုရင်เนาะအဲ့လာကိုမှာတော့မှာထိတ်မှာပဲချိတ်ထားမလားเนาะ no rigidity ရှိမှာ bottom rigidity ရှိမှာဒီ method မျိုးတွေကိုသုံးပြီးတော့မှเนาะ industrial building ကိုတိဆောက်ထားတာကိုဖော်ပြထားတာဖြစ်တယ် here you can see about this details erection method bracing of the industrial types of building so you see there's a hinge no rigidity bottom rigidity those are the several methods to construct the erection နောက်ကရက်မတွေထုတ်တန်းတွေရက်မတွေထုတ်တန်းတွေရောက် 730 မှာတွေ့ရမယ် so you can see there's a detail kind of there's a roof and truss အဲ့တော့ roof truss တွေနဲ့ပတ်သက်လို့ဒါတွေတိဆောက်ထားတဲ့ roof truss တွေဘယ်လိုထားရမယ်ဆိုတာတွေ roof တွေ truss တွေတော့ဘယ်လိုတိဆောက်ထားတဲ့ beam တွေဘယ်လိုတိဆောက်ထားတာကိုဖော်ပြထားတယ်နောက်က 735 ကိုကြည့်မယ် so this is the kind of the roof truss and the beam 735 you can see the how you construct the brace beam အဲ့တော့ဒီမှာ truss တွေ beam တွေဘယ်လိုတိဆောက်ရမယ်ဆိုတာကိုဒီမှာဖော်ပြထားတာဖြစ်တယ် in the 735 you can see the detail construction method and the installation method of the truss and the beam နောက်က 10.71 so this is for the 10 or 7 point with the kind of this wood truss wood truss နဲ့ပတ်သက်တာတွေကိုဖော်ပြထားတယ်ဒါတစ်သားကိုသုံးပြီးတော့မှရက်မလုပ်တဲ့ခါမှာဆိုရင်ဘယ်လိုပုံစံမျိုးနဲ့เนาะဒီလို truss ကိုလုပ်ရမလဲအဲ့ဒီတိဆောက်တဲ့ပုံစံကိုဖော်ပြထားတာဖြစ်တယ် so the 10.7 is that it shows the types of the wood truss how to design and how to construct the wood truss those things are you can see အဲ့တော့အခုအပိုင်းကိုဖော်ပြတဲ့အပိုင်းမှာဆိုရင်ဒီအမိုးတက်စင်တာမှုနဲ့ပတ်သက်လို့เนาะဒီ drawing မှာဖော်ပြထားတယ်အဲ့မှာဆိုရင်လိုအပ်တဲ့အစိတ်အပိုင်းတွေဖြစ်တဲ့เนาะ roofing material ဖြစ်တဲ့ corrugated steel တို့เนาะအဲ့ဒါတွေဖော်ပြတယ်သူရဲ့ component တွေเนาะ shape တွေ support တွေ deck ဘယ်လိုလုပ်ရမလဲ anchors ဘယ်လိုလုပ်ရမလဲနောက်က column တွေ beam တွေသူတို့ဘယ်လိုတက်ဆင်ရမလဲ truss တွေဘယ်လိုတက်ဆင်ရမလဲအဲ့ဒီအကြောင်းကိုဖော်ပြထားတာဖြစ်တယ်အဲ့ဒါဒီเนาะတက်ဆိုင်ရာအခန်းတွေကို building design construction handbook မှာအသေးစိတ်ဘယ်လိုသွားရလဲဆိုတာကိုပြလိုက်တယ်ပြပြီးတော့မှအသေးစိတ်ရှင်းလင်းချက်တွေကိုမှဖော်ပြထားတယ်ပြီးတော့မှတက်ဆိုင်ရာပုံတွေရှင်းလင်းချက်တွေမူတည်ပြီးမှလုပ်ငန်းစဉ်ကိုရေးသားမှာဖြစ်တယ် in this diagram I show you about this detailed roof construction and then the component of the roof and we find out that the details are component and material regarding the corrugated steel cap sheet component shape support deck in anchorage as well as a component of the beam column erection and truss. Those things are indicated in the building design construction handbook, and we refer to those information and the construction method material. We can design the details of construction. Era video mas we no drain column it is of tabi no bracing it is of tabi I bracing it is of tabi pongalo no the 7 mas we now the bracing the root the below the south of popular. And so this one is a diagram 7. In diagram 7, detailed construction of the bracing method, how to construct the beam. And below that, so the 7 as we that group construct a more the south and but the not popular actually. And I but the child be a basic go, una popular building design construction handbook my key market. At all, no, basic popular 5 by 5 do, no. Corrugated steel cast sheet component support deck in English. These are the related to the pieces. A piece in the sign area of balance wing, corrugated steel, cast sheet component support deck in English in the sign. In the meantime, page 7, drawing 7. Drawing 7 is related to the beam corner erection and truss. Those things you can find in the building design construction handbook. Now, number 7 and the other door, panel sign swing. Now, being the column erection and truss, the era but the Janga building design construction handbook map of the and Piroma, Pao Sachi Brazil now drawing 8 go team. Drawing 8 got on Trado Daddy. Trado Daddy, my Amadona Yeriuma, no, years only, no, Ella below pay 2 armless or Trado de Jang Popiatari. Ella never did a cellar do building design construction handbook my Shama kid. In the drawing 8 are the details of drainage diagram of the building. We had to remove the water utilized in the building to the drain system. So this diagram you can see from here the relevance of components we had to find in the building design construction handbook. And basic binding are part as well or the machines way. The drain of the commas in part as a binding draining the part of the essay binding machine. Trainer but the Hariano, the great but the Hari, training but the Musa, great number root never the mobile Jala, the you Payame, Johnny, Naga Yejiro, Tedwame, John subgrade, A Johnny Yasway, 3 by 18, 3 by 19, the building design construction handbook Matuyama City. So the answers are regarding the diagram H, the components of the drainage system you can see. So those are the egress and roof and the subgrades are drainage system. Those topics are you can see in the 3 by 1A up to 3 by 19 in the building design construction handbook. So we find out the those components in the building design construction handbook. Now 3 by 1A go G. So this is for the design, the drainage system design. Now, the popular genre was a drainage system. No, do you none about the popular great design drainage system? No, for it. This is for the drainage design or the great design. And 3 by 17. Here you can see the roof drainage system. Roof drainage system. No, Amoa Nebuma, Lade Yiriuma, below Petoamless or popular roof drainage system. So this topic you can read in the roof drainage system. The how to remove the water from the roof. The Amoa ni 12 the Yirio blue payam as well, the popular the roof drainage system no party. No, Ima and the roof drainage system of the Wame, no, room about the water system of the Wame, Johnny popular. And not to go any concrete masonry the Luacheti popular. Now, sir, here you see the how to withstand the water, protect the water in the roof. So, roof drainage system we can find out. And here is a drainage for a subgrade structure. Subgrade structure but the drainage system is popular. Ye no, the ye system is popular. 3 by 19 subgrade system. And a concrete floor, blue Tassiam is popular. Da Balesway, the subgrade system but the construction, the diagram of Matuyama Chile. So this diagram shows about the insulated concrete slab on the ground with membranes are damp-proof system. A drainage damp-proofing rotation so the concrete system is popular. Da Balesway not the Jala the Yirian is your area moving blue damp-proof the Tassiama popular drainage of blue Kagoyam as well popular. So here you can see about the damp-proof system. Damp-proof system is all the water drained from the ground level will be penetrated into the building, so that we had to protect them. How to protect? You can see in the diagram. And then but the drawing number 8 gas or drain system but the young popular but the Bidoma no at the end when other year a no moving out no blue cargo miss Nilan single popular drainage there no roof drainage sub drainage you popular. Now that you can see that regarding the drawing number 8, we talk about the drainage system. Drainage system, how to protect this how to protect the water not to come into the building. You can see in the diagram. Now to go no, not the check out the door window. Who keep your Java Ballet a mobile dam as well Java popular. No, now got flame blue disarm, a drain blue disarm, a popular. A Pidoma, house of your way, no, the Tory window, no, Tory window, the car of the blue tassim as well, young Sabi Bioma Kitty. So, add to this stage of this diagram, we talk about the drawing number 6, 7, and 8. Drawing number 6 is we explain about the root system, 7 is a root design system, and 8 is a drainage system. So those things I explain, and the relevant topics are extracted from the building design construction handbook, and then I explain those information. And now to go about the problem less way, no, the Tory window, no, the AOD South Kama, the car about the window, the Tassiame, Tory window, the blue Tassiame as well, no, page drawing number 10 and 15 are popular. So the drawing number 10 is the location of the door. Drawing number 10 are the Tory window, the Bama, she less well popular. So drawing number 10, you can see the how to place a door and window. There are two window are blue, that's in popular. And now we got 15. Drawing 15 got about this way, the Doma Padro, the Kauma, a table, Pugano, Pumela, a tail Pumela, a being Pumela, a slight wool, Domina, the Chetia, so you know, no, drawing number 15 are popular. No, drawing number 10 is a location of the door and window. In the building of where you place a door and window. In the meantime, drawing number 15 is the schedule, the method of construction of the door and window. And a door and window below Punamuna di Soundless Rao, that's the drawing numbers are 15 are popular. And from this door information, we had to find out the door hardware, frame, and glasses, and framing method. Those things are we take out, and then we will explain in the relevance of building design and construction handbook. And on the door, the window, they decided to say by the Moody Bidoma. Now, I say by the sheet, the less building design construction handbook, my charming. And the master said, the Kama, so door window and but the young area, no, building design was they say by the parts of Popiame. Any master part at young area, the door window and but the young area. A door how very, no, don't about the how area, 1 by 17, 1 by 115, no, 11 by 13, Eddie got it, she there. Now a frame about the young yard, no, but the no, a young yard. No, hinge that but the Java 1113 frame that but the Java as we no, Popia Hide as we do window and but the Disamudi. Now, no, Pantadadi, glass and but the Tuna but the clear glass car of 4.3 Ama Popia Tari. A D Java to you didn't appear my pity. No, the Java didn't appear me. That do window and but the Java Tassiam as a binding. Do how very frame, no, don't want the material Java. And not who are no, don't class tea, and Edda de Jawa, no, the building design construction handbook, shall be of your market. So those things are we can find out from this component of the door, window, and their method. So we find the relevant chapter in the building design and construction handbook. Building design and construction handbook. So we look at the building design and construction handbook, and there's a door hardware are 1.18, 1.18. So this is hardware on the door. The door window about hardware below. So this is you can see that the detailed information regarding the door and window hardware in building design construction handbook. Topics are 1.18. Now 11.115. So this is for the single adding door, double adding door information, hand on the door construction method, where do you install the hinge, strike, take out, that the construction of the door. And you must forget that the door never did the door below the hand or door below touching no, single adding door, double adding door, a door never did the account never the low, no, that's how I made the door window. Totally disarm not the car is disarm but the basic component no now to my street 11.115 114 115 and now I do my body say by me no now do not body no that's the dimension and now I do not bother low below now point out never the Jaumiari popular. So that here you can see there's a DD door, the component door, grow construction method, those are component and those are materials. And the single adding double adding door, the dimension and the location of the component of the door, and they are detailed construction, the types of the door. So the 11.115 11.116, you can see there's a detailed door and component. 11.13. 11.13 are the body mass in blue, support lower mass one popular. So the 11.13 is a 11.3 is this is the detailed construction of the door. How to support that door and window you can see. So the 11.3, 11.4, this is a hinge. Now go never the frame never the Jaumiari. So this is for a door frame. Door below frame, no one is where Jawas are 1.1 popular. Now this is the detail you can see the door frame. And 1.19 is an example of the door and the frame. 1.19 are door and frame, but the Jaumiari, no? Door below and frame below the south popular. So here you can see the how the doors are constructed and the example of the door. 11.110. So 11.110 is a structural requirement. Structural requirements are door, design below, design wood, look at this one popular interior door, exterior door, no, and I never the door never the door, no, dependent wood door, and I never the no structural design wood, popular. So the 11.110 is the component of the door requirements, the structural requirements for the opening and the door. So the opening doors are there. Component, they are diagram and they are materials you can see in the diagram. Any gamma no? The love the less the I don't have materials 11.108. Now, the master not the Tassiame less the no penny and I'm a bone Doma bone loud in a better penny and the Southern Bony popular. So the 11.108 is the long materials are pending the diagram and the construction diagram. 11.112. So this is a more detailed material, door materials. Door materials, wood, metal door, and a swimming door. Those are the door materials. What materials are required to construct the door? You can see in this one. And 11.113 maro, no, the gamma don't let the simuri, the Dao Domala, Metal Domala, and the Jamia or Popular Chile. A Piloma I draw the mass with power Tassiam way, no? Pretty much dame. clear window ကတော့ 4x38 ကိုသွားမယ် အဲ့မှာဆိုရင်တော့ one door မှာသုံးတဲ့ glass တွေနော်ဒီ window လို့သုံးတဲ့ glass တွေ glass block တွေအဲ့ဒါ window မှာသုံးတဲ့ glass တွေ glass block တွေပေါ်ပြတယ်နောက် window close နဲ့ glass နဲ့ပတ်သက်တဲ့အသေးစိတ်အကြောင်းအရာတွေအဲ့မှာ glass အမျိုးအစားတွေဖော်ပြထားတာဖြစ်တယ်နော်ဒါဆိုရင်တော့ window အမျိုးအစားနဲ့ပတ်သက်တဲ့နော် glass တွေအမျိုးအစားတွေပေါ့လေဖန်တွေ glass block တွေအကြောင်းဖော်ပြထားတယ်အဲ့ glass ကိုဘယ်လိုတတ်ဆင်ရမယ်ဆိုတာလည်းဒီပုံမှာဖော်ပြထားတာဖြစ်တယ် so the here is a 4x38 4x38 is glass materials utilized for this door and window. So the type of the glass material you can see detailedly in the 4x38, and then you can see this the construction of the glass block. Glass will blow touching your mess or 4x4 So here 4x4 you can see the construction of the details of glass block. Now that is who did not pure about this way. The door and window touching on the padalo, no? The drawing number door and window touching on the padade jawa, no? The drawing number 10 on the bidoma, drawing number 10 15 no? A 10 are popular jawa, but in door, window, Obama, time is a popular. So the drawing number 10 is a location on the door and window, and then drawing number 15 is the how the door and window need to be constructed. The opening method of the door and window are explained in the bid drawing number 15. Drawing number 10 and 15 are so not the probably the probably the southern nepathe a young pure and nepathe a say by you ma look at it no building design construction haboma shade shabi a basic young pure. So the drawing number 10 and the 15s are construction of the door window and their location and their opening methods and the relevance contents components we find out in the building design construction handbooks are detailedly, and from the information you can know about the details of procedure. The Java popular Java about this way. No, 7 years but the Java ma, he need popular Java, a motor in the Java, the Bini Tassinari, popular, drainage Tassinari, door, the window, the Tassinari, Java popular today. It are being electrical mechanical set one. So door window is we already explained that, and then we continue to go to the other topics, electrical and the mechanical. Hello. The who did your answer not that 7 but the John Pure like that. Now, only up your John, no, save wedding John, only a sad your head, wedding about the day, no. He said that John your head up today. So, last sessions are we talking about I have already told you about the wedding. So, we now continue. အဲ့တော့ welding နဲ့ပတ်သက်အကြောင်းကနှုတ်စာအဲ့မှာတွေ့မယ်So this is a welding notes, practical design guide of the weather construction, analysis and design of the weather construction. Đó no, weather construction နဲ့ပတ်သက်တဲ့ analysis နဲ့ design တွေနော်ပြီးခဲ့တဲ့အပတ်ကဒီ welding နဲ့ပတ်သက်လို့တိဆောက်တာနဲ့ပတ်သက်လို့နော်ဘယ်လိုသုံးပြုလဲ failure design strength တွေဘယ်လိုသုံးလဲအဲ့ဒါကြီးဖော်ပြထားတာ welding design တွေ page number 7 ကိုပြီးခဲ့တဲ့အပတ်ကပြီးသွားပြီ page 7. So I have already talked about the page 7 regarding the design of the weather. Now page HTML problems 2 ကိုဆက်ပြီးသုံးရမှာဆိုရင် page number 9. Page number 9 is we talking about the circular failure web. So this one is a circular failure web. How wedge are they put into a circular fillet? So this is the page number 9. Page number 9 ကတော့ဒီလိုအဝိုင်းပုံတွေမှာဆိုရင်တော့ဘလို့နော် welding ကိုပစ္စည်းကိုဘလို့ထည့်မယ်ဒါကိုဖော်ပြထားတယ်ပြီးတော့မှအဲ့ရနဲ့ပတ်သက်တဲ့ပု္ပ္ပစာနံပါတ်4 3 4ကိုတွဲရမယ်ပု္ပ္ပစာနံပါတ်3နဲ့400ဆိုရင်တော့ဒီ design နဲ့ပတ်သက်တဲ့ welding နဲ့ပတ်သက်တဲ့ပု္ပ္ပစာကိုဖော်ပြထားတာဖြစ်တယ် Now here you can see about this type of the essentially loaded construction whether subject to shear bedding and whether subject to the shear and the torsion ဒါတော့ဒီလို weather subject ဒီလိုပုံစံနဲ့နော်ဒီမှာရှိတဲ့အတိုင်းကိုနော်ဒီအပေါ်ကနေပြီးအားတက်ရောက်လိုက်တယ်ဒီလိုပုံစံအပေါ်ကနေအားတက်ရောက်လိုက်တယ်ဆိုရင်ဒါ shear force ဖြစ်လာတယ် put အားတွေဖြစ်လာတယ်ဒါပေမဲ့ဒီလိုပုံစံမျိုးနဲ့တက်ရောက်လိုက်တယ်ဆိုတော့ put အားတွေရော short ဖြတ်အားတွေရောနော် short ဖြတ်အားတွေရော lay အားတွေရောဖြစ်ပေါ်စေတယ်ဒါကြောင့်မလို့ဒီလိုပုံ design တွေကိုဒီ welding ကိုဒီလိုပုံစံမျိုးနဲ့တက်ဆင်မယ်ဆိုရင်နော် short ဖြတ်အားတွေရောနော် lay အားတွေရောပါထည့်သွင်းစဉ်းစားပြီးတော့လိုအပ်တဲ့နော် welding design ကိုတည်ဆောက်ဖို့လိုတယ် So that in here you can see the loading diagram. If you put the welding across to the diagram A, shear force, shear stress can happen. But in the diagram B, when the load is acting on this side, both the shear and the torsional stress can happen. Therefore, when we are designing the welding construction, appropriate shear and torsional stress need to be concerned depending on the design system. Design လုပ်ထားတဲ့ပုံစံမူတည်ရောမှ welding လို့ဖြစ်ပေါ်လာတဲ့ ပို့တိုက်အားတွေ lay အားတွေကိုခုခံနိုင်ဖို့အတွက်ခံနိုင်ဖို့အတွက်လိုအပ်တဲ့ welding design ကိုတည်ဆောက်ဖို့လိုအပ်တာဖြစ်တယ်ဒါတွေကပါဆိုရင်ဒါ reference နဲ့ပတ်သက်လို့ welding နဲ့ပတ်သက်အကြောင်းအရာတွေဒါမှမဟုတ်အဲ့ဒီမှာ welding မှာဖြစ်ပေါ်လာတဲ့ shear force နဲ့ပတ်သက်တဲ့ equation ကိုဒီမှာဖော်ပြထားတယ် This is for the shear force equation regarding the welding Shear force နဲ့ပတ်သက်တဲ့ equation ကတော့ဘာဖြစ်တာလဲဆိုရင် F equal to Fi2L ဒါ shear force နဲ့ပတ်သက်တဲ့ဟာအဲ့မှာ F ကနော်တက်ရောက်တဲ့ force အဲ့ကတော့နော် welding ခုခံနိုင်တဲ့နော် အလျားနော်F at the back of the F got over less with a strike of popular. So this diagram you can see that F is a threat, F is a force, A is a this is the length of the subject to the force. Now we got a bending. Bend down of balance with shear. Now we got bending about the young here. Bending about the force got of blue popular F equal to 2.25 multiply F E divided by S square. Now bending force. A bending force must be the force, no? The force people are there down. Now we actually are you to that square go for so F equal to 2 by 2 by F capital F E by S square. In this case, F is a force, E is an elongation, A is a length, F is a stress. So those are the shear force and the bending, the stress happening in the welding. The equation is for shear force is bending the welding people are move down. So this diagrams are show the shear force and the bending. So that equation are the shear force loading and the bending loading equation. The shear force then by the loading equation are the popular shear force diagram popular and that bending about the equation the every comma so now the shear force of bending on the hulo pi no susu bao no equation to yame shear force bending the hulo bao me susu equation of final equation of blue popular so susu bao F ka no susu bao te la de FD Daro no F is a shear force F is a bending now square root of S square plus FB square. That was the shoe people are no sweat alone. F is shear, FB bend. Shear net, shear popular sweat net, the bending net, the hoop bound, also shoe bound FD to yame. FD also in the wedding up. No, he got a canayame, okay, Longama canayame is a force. So then you can see about the F is a shear, FB the bending. So F is a shear, FB bending, so that we calculate the shear and the bending, and the bendings are welding must withstand it. Dynamo designer by the depots are popular, depots are shear force and the bending the pressure the design of popular. So this diagram, this equation, in a page starting you can see about the problem. Bending and the shear force are how are the shear bending and shear force are adding on the component and the welding appropriately must withstand those forces. No, the Eddie Kama de me, no, deal there the Jamama, the day of the Adi Magadi Magau Gabami, yes, where let us in die or test in Zama. So in this diagram you can see that not only there are external force, the gravitational force are also adding on that this component. We also need to concern about. And this is for the torsion force per unit of the weight is this equation. And unit number the torsion force is TD by J. Now I equation sheet. This is a torsion force per unit of the weight. TD by J. And I'll pop that today. Now the horizontal vertical torsion force number the equation is pop that. This is the horizontal vertical torsion force. And this diagram see about the how the torsion force happening when the moment center and the location, the dimension, the torsional force equation you can see in this diagram. And you want popular so in tell that no torsion force is below people are there, torsional stress is below people are there. The detail popular today. So this is where we can see about the detailed materials regarding the torsional force, how the force are adding on the this rho, and we calculate the formula to calculate the torsional force. And then the torsional force is so this problem is a detailed explanation about the how to calculate the torsion force, and you can work on this problem. This problem is torsion force. Then on the visa 18, they are involved regarding the groove weld. Groove weld the groove weld groove weld the reinforcement below no, and the groove weld the equation the groove the weld the equation that design formula popular and the no the weld velocity okay he draw velocity you penetrate low a tail block same the equation of popular. So this is as this equation is we can talking about the groove weld reinforcement, and this how there's a design strength of the groove weld and how to calculate, and also that we can calculate how much penetration required to do the groove welding. So this formula can see. So the welding structural angle, the structure angle well look at Jawa or Dima Popular. This is for the structure angles are wedding. The angle iron Dima wedding look at Jama Popular. A structure angle Masino below a Jovi at the Aribu Shidale, no, gravity up and Yama swim with other lay die Popular. So here you can see about how the gravitational force are adding on the structure angle well, and we can calculate the moment equation. There was no moment in the particular equation it was checked. No, lay on a particular this is for the equation to calculate the moment of the structure wedding and their details and information. Who did Popular Jawa the no Sakulane structure angle wedding don't be there. No, hello, wedding don't come swing. No, the structure, the angular don't come. A yeji that check out by short the lay area, they only there so they check the detail pity. No, the master that short doesn't shop ya ashi doesn't lay ashi. Yamlo people never do no design of the come swing. The shop ya are the lay area, telling since I may think or dead. No, sweat equation you toma may no, this is the method you do. The Johnny Popular. Now, so you can see about the if you are designing the weddings in this one. So, in this kind of structure, you need to concern about the both the shear stress and the torsional stress. So, that in this topic, we had to calculate today's calculation, explanation regarding the shear bending and the torsional bending, and also the relevance formula. And then we had to apply those information and calculation in the wedding design. Now, then the wedding design not calculation you set it to our market. And the reference textbook wedding design and construction handbook no the apply wedding engineering handbook market. So that regarding this information, you need to refer the appropriate handbook. The handbook is apply wedding engineering handbook. And my reference textbook are popular. This is the reference textbook. Applies our wedding engineering. So apply wedding engineering. Wedding engineering ma yeji de chaka alloy no alloy is also is a tatu yori ya page 7 and page 10 ma ji ya me. Now to go no never carbon diagram page 30 figure 4x4 ma ji ya me. Page 53 no steel table don't want steel table that wedding must steel table don't want me add you key am kid. Now to go no that set with one way the apply wedding engineering handbook will key me. So that in the regarding says the apply wedding engineering handbook, you also have to refer the relevant information from the applies wedding engineering handbook. So the apply wedding engineering handbook chapter 2 is explaining about the alloys. Page 7 and page 10, and the carbon diagram is a page 30 figure 4x4, and page 53 is a classification of the steel table. Those things we had to find in there. You have to refine the apply wedding engineering handbook. Because of the in the weddings we had to utilize the appropriate materials and the steel alloy materials utilized in the wedding. So that we will also need to learn about details information regarding those materials. Yamlo the wedding the subject comes in tatu yori no man tatu yori tani go bone yamlo tatu yori tani patade a jong yari apply wedding engineering handbook ma sha payama pit. Yamlo apply wedding engineering handbook was almost way. Now apply wedding engineering. Now point like me. Chapter 2, page 7 and page 10 with me. Now, the chapter 1. Chapter 1 Chapter 1 popular the way in the iron musari. So, iron brochi the pure metal iron and metallurgy down popular. No, chapter 1 is a explanation about this pure metal. And this chapter 2, you need to read this alloys. Chapter 2 မှာကျတော့ alloy တွေအကြောင်းဖတ်ရမယ်။သတ္တုရောတွေအကြောင်းတွေနော် carbon steel တွေ sulfur တွေ manganese တွေ phosphorus silicon တွေဒါတွေနဲ့ပတ်သက်တဲ့အကြောင်းကို chapter 2မှာဖတ်ရမယ်။ You need to read about the နော် carbon steel sulfur manganese phosphorus silicon in the chapter 2. And also the carbon diagram is a base study. So base study is a carbon and the carbon diagram. Because of the normal iron is a salt, so we had to mix with the carbon to get a different type of the iron. You don't pure. I don't know mala carbon yoame. A carbon yola moody carbon passing yola mudima. No, popular less way, the steel mu pillar, the carbon block passing yoy blue pillar as ragalo, the iron carbon diagram, Kiama kiddy. So the normally iron is salt, so that to make the iron become hardened, we had to mix with the carbon. So that this diagram is depending on the percentage combination of the iron and the carbon, a different kind of steel can happen. So different kind of steel can be produced. So this is as an iron carbon diagram. This means that how the iron and the carbon have to be mixed from method to match, and then we can produce a different kind of steel. That's a different kind of steel. People are moving popular. And page 53 or steel table popular. So this is the classification of steel table. Steel designer by the day, no, a musari, steel musari, SAE standard of the steel mass, no, below carbon, mid composition, the blue part as well. So that here you can see there's a classification of steel across through the SAE standard. So that depending on the percent of steel, you can see the different kind of the composition and different kind of structure. Peter Mama, and the Badalo, now the who are the iron carbon steel, B1, Peter Kamas, the now. The Bible promise we. No application. A don't you Johnny. A don't you Johnny. And our page 56 Maduyame. So this is for the application of the steel. Page 56 is a application. Application of steel you can see. And also the cast iron, stainless steel, those are the page 58 chapter 8. Page 1808 is a welding procedure. Welding procedure, every steel don't you below get his same jama popular. Egama physical the welding out of page 111. And welding about the Nilans in the now got welding mass joining the welding the a Nilans the page 143 popular. And my joining about the design. And about the welding don't come as we popular people are the temperature gradient the Edari Toyama kid. Dias welding about the Yari. So in the page 56 is an application of the those are material. And page 108 is a welding procedure, and also the classification of welding, and joint design, and temperature gradient of the welding. Those things you can see in the with applied welding engineering handbook. Yamlo Eddie Kangana Diaswe no, the welding about the iron blue, don't do this with a chelly, no, and I about the welding procedure, steel procedure, now, welding about the physics of the welding, joining about the joining method, the welding blue, joining joint design, temperature gradient, the RDO, welding design, apply welding engineering, Hamboma, Tuyama Kitty, and but then said before me, pay 56 Gme. 56 said this is a kind of the material, low carbon steel, steel, blue sheet as well, popular medium carbon steel. And to learn about the Jama popular. So 56 you can see the low alloy steel, low carbon steel, medium steel, so then you can see. And page 58 is a application. Then about the low, no? Cast iron the net but the Jama, cast iron the blue sheet the area popular, to never the Jama popular kid. Stainless steel of page 66. In the page 66 you can see the stainless steel. Stainless steel but the Jama type of the stainless steel classification that is popular the properties and application. And page 66 is we explain about the stainless steel, their classification, welding, joining method, types. You have to read detailedly. and now production out of PCC A မှာဖော်ပြထားတယ် PCC A is the methods to produce the cast iron stainless steel finishing process ဒီမှာဖော်ပြထားတဲ့အကြောင်းကတော့ဘာလဲဆိုရင် cast iron တွေ stainless steel တွေကိုဘယ်လိုတိဆောက်လဲဘယ်လိုထုတ်လုပ်လဲဆိုတာဖော်ပြထားတယ် so this is the production methods of the stainless steel finishing process so you can see in the page 68 now page 75 က non-ferrous material တွေ non-ferrous materials ကနော်တတ်တူမဟုတ်တဲ့အကြောင်းအဲဒီ copper တို့ aluminum တို့ alloy တို့အဲဒီအကြောင်းတွေကိုဖတ်ရမှာဖြစ်တယ် so you have to read about the detailed information regarding the non-ferrous materials they are the copper aluminum bronze those you can see and page 108 က welding procedure so this is for the detailed information the welding procedure ဂေကိုဆက်တဲ့ခါမှာဆိုဘယ်လိုနီးလန်းစဉ်နဲ့ဆက်ရမယ်ဆိုတဲ့ welding procedure နီးလန်းစဉ်ကိုဖော်ပြထားတယ် so page 108 109 so this is the physics of the welding နဲ့ပတ်သက်တဲ့เนาะသေစိတ်အကြောင်းအရာတွေကိုဒါ page 110 မှာတွေ့ရမှာဖြစ်တယ် so 110 is a physics of the welding detailed information of the welding အဲ့တော့ဒါတွေပတ်သက်လို့เนาะအသေးစိတ်ဖတ်ရမယ် you need to read the those information detailedly now joining method ဆက်တဲ့နီးလန်းတွေအောင် page 143မှာတွေ့ရမှာဖြစ်တယ် so this is the welding and the joining method process is the page 143 so you have to read the data regarding the gas tungsten out welding gas metal out welding summer out welding stud welding out welding to a process of the welding different kind of the welding flash course out welding there are different types of the welding ဒီမှာဖော်ပြထားတဲ့ဘာတွေကတော့เนาะဒီဂေဆက်တဲ့နီးအမျိုးမျိုးတွေဂေဆက်နီးမျိုးတွေကို page 143မှာဖတ်ရမှာဖြစ်တယ်ပြီးတော့မှ joint design က page 152မှာ153မှာတွေ့မယ် 152 is a joint design we have to butt joint left joint filler joint edge corner this is the joint design diagram joint design now welding ကိုဆက်တဲ့ joint တွေကဘယ်လိုဆက်ရမလဲဆိုတာဖော်ပြထားတယ် so here you can see there's a different kind of the joining butt joint left joint filler joint edge joint corner you can see in the page 143 142 152 153 so this is the joint design and then when you are using the welding we also need to concern about the temperature now ဂေကိုဆက်တဲ့ခါမှာဆိုတော့အပူချိန်ကိုလည်းစဉ်းစားရမယ်เนาะအဲ့ဒီအပူချိန်နဲ့စဉ်းစားရတဲ့အကြောင်းကတော့အပူချိန်တွေက page 169နဲ့170မှာတွေ့မယ် so regarding the temperature this is the temperature gradient of the welding system welding မှာသုံးတဲ့ခါမှာဆိုရင် temperature gradient တွေအကြောင်းအရာတွေကိုဖော်ပြထားတာဖြစ်တယ်အဲ့ဒါဆိုလည်းကြည့်ရမှာဖြစ်တယ်နောက်ကဂေဆက်တဲ့ခါမှာဆိုဂေကြောင်းနဲ့ပတ်သက်လို့အပူကြောင့်မလို့เนาะဓာတ်အားတွေဖြစ်ပေါ်လာတယ်ဖြစ်ပေါ်လာတဲ့ဓာတ်အားတွေတော့ကျုံတာတွေပွားတာတွေဖြစ်ပေါ်လာတယ်ဒါ stress နဲ့ strain gauge တွေဖြစ်တယ် distortion တွေဖြစ်ပေါ်လာတယ်အဲ့လို stress တွေဘလို့ဖြန့်ဝေမှုအကြောင်းကတော့ page 176နဲ့179မှာတွေ့ရမှာဖြစ်တယ် so that when we are using the welding the material suffer the temperature heat so due to the heat elongation can happen expansion happen so heat stress can happen so that we also have to concern about the heat stress the heat stress are explained detailedly in the page 176 to 179အဲ့တော့အပူကြောင့်ဖြစ်ပေါ်လာတဲ့ဒီ welding နဲ့ပတ်သက်တဲ့ stress တွေကျတော့176နဲ့179မှာတွေ့မယ်ဒီမှာဖော်ပြထားတဲ့ပါဆိုရင်ဒါ longitudinal distortion ဒီဂေဆက်တဲ့ခါမှာဒီလိုအလျားလိုက်နော် distort ဖြစ်ပေါ်လာတယ်အဲ့ဒီခါမှာ distort ဖြစ်ပေါ်လာတဲ့နော် equation ကဒီမှာဒီ equation နဲ့ distortion ဖြစ်ပေါ်လာတယ်တွေ့ရမယ်အဲ့တော့ welding material မှာ distortion တွေ angular distortion တွေဘယ်လိုဖြစ်ပေါ်လာလဲ longitudinal distortion တွေဘယ်လိုဖြစ်ပေါ်လာတဲ့ distortion နဲ့ပတ်သက်တဲ့ equation တွေနောက်ကတွန့်နေသွားတာတွေဖြစ်ပေါ်လာမှုတွေအဲ့ဒါတွေကိုမှဘယ်လိုပုံစံမျိုးနဲ့နော်ဒီ correction ပြုလုပ်မလဲအပူပေးပြီးတော့လည်းပြန်ပြီးဖြောက်မလားနော်အဲ့ဒီ correction တွေဒါ verb welding နဲ့ပတ်သက်တဲ့ correction method တွေအဲ့ဒီမှာဖြစ်ပေါ်လာတဲ့ distortion တွေနော် distortion တွေဖြစ်ပေါ်လာမှုမျိုးသားတွေဖော်ပြတယ်အဲ့လိုဖြစ်ပေါ်လာမှုမူဒီရောမှနော်ဘယ်လိုမျိုးနဲ့နော် design welding joint ကိုပြုလုပ်မလဲနော်ဒီ weld တွေနဲ့ပတ်သက်လို့နော် thread တွေကိုဘယ်လိုတွက်ချက်မလဲဒီအချက်တွေကိုလည်းဒါ page 176ကနေပြီးတော့170 180အထိနော်ဖတ်ရမှာဖြစ်တယ် when you design the welding the different kind of the now distortion can happen. So this is the weddings are longitudinal stress in wedding happen. So the distortion shrinkage equation, distortion equation, you can see distortion in the well material is can be the angular distortion. So the angular, how the angular distortion will happen, longitudinal distortion, they are relevant equation, buckling are tolling what I today. So that depending on the distortion, we have to do the appropriate corrective measure. Those in explaining about the correction measure, and sometimes we have to utilize the time straighten method, use as a heat to straighten. So this is what wedding but the distortion is less distortion people are journey and wedding join you below design low malay, no wedding but the strength you below, no assess low malay. So the today's lesson is we talking about the wedding design system. Wedding design systems are we talk about the stress and the distortion can happen, the torsional stress, shear stress can happen, can occur in the wedding system. No? And then we have to refer the appropriate apply wedding engineering handbook. We have to assess kind of the material, both iron and non-ferrous materials, appropriate wedding procedure, physical wedding, joining process, joint design, and also the stress occurred in the wedding, and there are some prevention method loading I explained today. So we refer the weddings project and apply wedding engineering handbook in today's lesson. You need to read those topics that I outlined in the apply wedding engineering. And apply wedding engineering but the dinero the Janga the select the Kama people are there, no lay ari, shopia ari, no Elari Jao Proviade. You know apply wedding engineering don't wedding PC Muli, a loyalty, Elari Jao Proviade, Piro a wedding up by the loop, no he say I'm a Nilan in the the visit wedding the Elari Proviade, joint design the people are a Abu Jane, Dame sweaty blue, no Shinliness with a chetty or da popular today. Now, a year chagaro, engineer the only no, Yamia Pame, Samia Pame, Bayon Lesro, no, the Hembo de Adiga Jadome. The Hembo de Mapare, a John Yadi, Moody Bio, that Letrima, a don't charlie. Yamo engineer and in their sway, Hembo de, in your design Hembo de, no, John Yaji and don't double, no, da, no, graduate engineer and Sabio, PD, CND. No Hembo de don't be more John Yaji and Tomo. Hembo de Abale, Qualesro, Java think you theory vesting, the Gangalo, Hembo Jaro, Legrima don't charge you, party, theory about it, don't charge the party. Young people are there, the Guna Biore, design Asian Bedu, Moody Bidoma, no, the design Asian Bema, below Hemboga, below equation, below theory, I don't charge what the ame, hello, below Lela Meswe how, Lanjong Biabio, who then Biabida, pity. A very Javiaria, Guna, Biovia, no, he's Chabdario Pabilo, go in a days ago, a purple do a days ago, Chile. So engineering handbooks are important. From the graduate engineer to the professional engineer level, you need to competently utilize the skillfully utilize the engineering handbook. So depending on the design procedure, design process, design project, you have to know about which topic is can be referred from the which handbook, which chapter, which page number, and you also have to read the relevant theory and practical procedure. Engineering handbooks are the different from the pure theoretical subject. Pure theoretical subject only explain about the theory, but engineering handbooks are the combining the both theory and practical application. Therefore, for a professional engineer, it is very important to competently use engineering handbooks application. Therefore, in my lesson, I show you the practical designs problem, designs process, and then I guide you which topics need to be referred from the which engineering handbook. Then I provide the outline. For you, you need to detailedly read through the outline that I provided. Jamlo go in the joint the engineer people who pop like that, no design books are the who moody bidoma, ဘယ်နေရာကနေပြီး engineering handbook ကိုသုံးရတယ်ဆိုတာကိုလမ်းညွှန်ပြတာပဲအဲ့ဖော်ပြတတ်တဲ့ engineering handbook ကိုအသေးစိတ်နော်ကိုကနေလေ့လာဖို့လိုအပ်တဲ့အချက်ဖြစ်တယ်ဒီနေ့တော့တော့ပါပဲနောက်တစ်နေ့မှကြာရင်တော့ကြံသေးတဲ့နော်ဒီ building construction နဲ့ပတ်သက်တဲ့အကြောင်းအရာတွေဆက်သွားမယ် drawing တို့ schedule တွေသွားမယ်ပြီးတော့မှနော်ဒီနေ့ကတော့ electrical တော့မပါဘူး mechanical နဲ့ civil ကပို့ပြီးအဓိကထားတယ်နောက်ပါမှာဆို electrical ပါပြီးသင်ပေးပါဖြစ်တယ်